Tell you, I have never given up fighting for the people.
Then how are you being a tyrant now?
Josh is going to jail for contempt for 24 hours.
Yeah, line right there in his face of the wall.
If I messed up, I might get in trouble.
You are in trouble.
Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video comes to us from the Randolph County Courthouse in Winchester, Indiana, where Judge Dale Arnett just had Josh from the Bastards of Politics arrested for being disrespectful in the bailiff's office. Fortunately for us, somebody was secretly audio recording while Josh was being arrested. As of yet, the county has been unable to provide their own record of the incident, and it is unclear whether Judge Arnett even knew he was being audio recorded. Here is that recording now.
So, you trying to take my right, is it reasonable that a reasonable person?
I have not taken a right of yours.
You were violating my 4th Amendment right and trying to silence my 1st Amendment. I asked a question and you're saying that's disruptive. Now you're lying and you're making assumptions.
You're lying because I said to you, you have to have it in writing, and you said to me,
I'm not
talking to you. I run this court. I'm in charge of this court. You don't tell me that. That's disrespectful. I want you out, and I want you out now.
What law did I violate by, where does it say that you have to be respectful anywhere in the Constitution, Dale? Where does it say you have to be respectful at all?
Well, you're obviously not being respectful.
I was respectful up to a point until you started trying to snatch my rights. When you try to snatch my rights, there is no respect at that point.
My court.
I'm not in your court. I'm not in your court. Your court's over there. How long is it? It's up to you. I don't want none. I want my rights to be unmolested, completely unmolested. I'm here fighting for my daughter. She has court today. I'm here for that. I have a meeting after court. I'm going to go down to the prosecutors who I'm going to talk to. I don't have a place to put my camera because we didn't drive. Because you know what? We live right down the street. We decided to walk. So I brought my camera. My camera is not running. It's completely shut off right now, faced against the wall. Just so there's no complaints, no accusations or anything that I'm trying to do. Even though this hallway footage, I can get all that. I can put all just like 6 other people have cell phones out there. How long you sentenced me to?
24 hours.
24 hours?
By the judge's own admission, his problem with Josh was that Josh was, quote, being disrespectful, which might be grounds for a contempt charge inside a courtroom. But outside a courtroom, a judge, or any person for that matter, always has the option to just walk away. Judge Arnett fails to behave in a manner becoming of a judge and orders Josh arrested and thrown in jail for 24 hours.
Josh is going to jail for contempt for 24 hours.
Look at my nice, beautiful, pretty bracelets. We're at the Randolph County Jail, Judge Arnett's office. The phone number, somebody please put the phone number up and don't give these guys a moment of rest. Call them non-stop. They're open till 4 p.m. Randolph County Courthouse, Winchester, Indiana.
After being put into cuffs for free speech, Josh decides for his own safety to wait for a deputy with a body camera to arrive so that he can be taken to the jail.
I'm at Walmart. Is your body cam on, Geesey? Okay, that's all I wanted was the body cam. I told the judge I wasn't talking to him.
Judge charged with contempt.
Let's go. I thought they asked me to share.
Ken's on his way. He is pulling. I don't know where the sheriff's at today.
You know, you don't have to hold on to me. I know.
Transporting anybody.
As there's 6 people sitting there holding their cell phones out there, my camera's turned off, face towards the wall. And Arnett's like, can you put your camera on the other side of the archway? I said, why? It's off. And he's like, because it's not supposed to be here. So it says cell phones and cameras. You're going to go get everybody's cell phone? And he walked in and I was like, I'm not going to do it. And he's like, okay, I'm going to charge you with the ordinance violation. So I stood up and I walked in there and said, hey, Eric, where do I go to file for the lobby cam footage showing everybody in here with their cell phones out? And Judge Arnett started interrupting and I told Arnett, I'm not talking to you. He's like, oh, you're being disrespectful.
I go. We're coming out.
16, call Randolph County here.
Now you guys know.
We're not charging with contempt. 24 hours. So what's going on?
I told the judge I wasn't talking to him and he charged me for contempt.
Okay.
For 24 hours. So he just wants somebody with a camera to transport him.
Oh, okay.
Go for your hands behind you. Best you can. Go ahead and turn this one off so don't.
After getting booked into the Randolph County Jail, Josh sat for 24 hours and immediately upon his release went to interview the judge, Dale Arnett.
There he is, Master Arnett. Slave Master Arnett. I should have brought a whip. You put me in the hot box and bring me into compliance. I should have brought you a whip. Maybe you can beat me into compliance. How about that? I didn't interfere with nothing. Court was not in session.
Didn't mean the court, anytime you can I say my piece?
By all means.
Anytime you interfere with the ordinance of the court.
That's not what the statute says. Let me correct you there.
Okay, correct me.
One, court has to be in session and it has to take place in a court of records.
While Josh is spot on about the basics of a contempt charge, it is important to note that Judge Arnett used to be a civil rights attorney, and one of the biggest landmark cases in civil rights law is Cohen versus California, in which the Supreme Court ruled that free speech can only be restricted under severe circumstances. I think that Judge Arnett would have a hard time proving that Josh being disrespectful in the bailiff's office qualifies as severe circumstances.
The hallway is not a court of records.
You were in the office where my court takes
I was in a public office. No, your court does not take place in the bailiff's office. Your court takes place in a courtroom.
Okay.
Laws about semantics.
Sue me.
I will.
Okay.
And I'm going to get you for kidnapping because even just like the county prosecutor said, you didn't follow procedures. You did not get into the courtroom and put it on record, which you were supposed to. Yeah, I'm supposed to have probable cause. I'm supposed to have a right to due process. Even in a contempt charge, there is a procedure you were to follow. You did not follow that procedure.
Okay.
You fouled it up. I will. I'm not gonna do more than sue you. As soon as I'm done, I'm calling the judicial board and filing the complaint on you like I did to Judge Fry. And I will. You're a piece of shit. You are a tyrant. You are what you used to fight, Dale. You have became what you used to fight.
I will tell you, I have never given up fight for the people I stand.
Then how are you being a tyrant now?
I am not being a tyrant. You're being a jerk.
And what's illegal about that? What's illegal about that?
You're a bully just like a kindergartner. You're a bully.
After Judge Arnett and Josh's initial conversation, a man approaches the judge to read him the rules for contempt of court in Indiana.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, read it.
If I messed up, I might get in trouble.
You are in trouble.
Okay.
Make a record. The first thing a judge should do is make a record.
Go on the record.
Describe the conduct witnessed. Describe the disruption to the court proceedings caused by the individual.
Yep.
The judge will then make an entry of judgment. Proof beyond a reasonable doubt is not required.
Nope.
However, the judge must make an entry of judgment determining the reasonable sentence up to a 180-day maximum.
Yep.
Produce written record of proceeding signed by the judge. And the judge's statement of individual conduct. That's why I asked you for the document, because it has to be in order. You can't. Your secretary tried to inform you that you could make a verbal order to have him arrested.
That's not what the law states.
Because if I go to challenge this at state legislature, there's nothing on the record that this occurred.
Nope.
You mean that'd be state legislature?
Well, if I go to the state attorney's office and have them look into it,
the judicial board.
they're going to say there's nothing.
That's
on
where
the
we go.
record that this occurred.
And he already got a friend on that who's the president of that, so.
No, he came and railed at me.
Good.
Before.
Good.
Something I did, which was appearing on your podcast.
Yeah, I just apologized to my kids because I said after dealing with you and you getting involved in your feelings and you having that authority over me because you're above me, because you're not equal to me. Yesterday, you were not equal to me. You had the ability to take my freedoms away and you acted on it above me. So I apologize to my kids.
Because you're acting very badly and your children shouldn't act like
Judge,
you do.
I'm not going to argue and say that.
Listen.
I'm not going to argue and say that,
My kids, Listening to me versus listening to you, I would love to see them fight for rights as hard as I do versus somebody like you. You are a disgrace. You swore an oath to the Constitution. Yes.
If I made a mistake,
And you took my freedom away. Government shall make no law infringing freedom of speech. No law. No law. I didn't yell fire in the theater. I did not do a call of violence to you. I did none of that. I said I'm not talking to you.
you did. You said, but you were.
I was mean about it.
That's the court that
And-
I run. I'm the boss there. Those people are my arms and legs in there and my eyes, and they are directly responsible to me. So if you're talking to them, you are talking to me because I.
Judge Arnett saying that Josh talking to the bailiff is the same as talking to him may be a reflection of the judge's feelings, but it is unlikely that higher courts would find his actions to be just. It is my opinion that Judge Arnett will not face criminal penalties for his actions on July 10th, 2023. Even so, Josh has filed to appeal this contempt charge, and the case has to go back in front of Judge Arnett's court. So in all reality, the judge has a chance to do the right thing and admit he was wrong. All phone numbers will be in the description. Head over to the Bastards channel and show them the support they truly deserve. While you're over there, let them know Hendry sent you.
I have the authority over that court.
Yeah, over that court.
That's why I said to you, now let me finish. That's why I said to you, you need to put it in writing because
I know, listen,
Eric has
listen,
no-
I have filed over 3,000 public records. I don't need you to tell me. My question was, because I was already there trying to get records, and they passed me back and forth 4 different times. Eric upstairs to Mike, or not Eric, Mike to downstairs, downstairs back to upstairs, then back downstairs again, and finally we got the records. So asking Eric, it was for the court recording. For the whole Meeks, Bob, and all that protection order.
Yeah.
So I was trying to
I
get
didn't have
that.
anything in the back.
That's why I was trying to ask Eric to get clarification, because nobody knew before who I was supposed to file public records with. Nobody knew about public records. They acted all stupid. That's why I was asking
that's
Eric.
FOIA, isn't it?
The ARPA or whatever it's called in Indiana, but that's I know what it is. It's who do I file it with? Because downstairs says they have no business with court shit. Court says they don't handle public records. It's downstairs. That's why I wanted clarification with Eric. Do I file it with him in your office? Do I file it downstairs? Who has custodian of those lobby cams?
I want to make this clear, though. I don't know if you realize when you came in, you were talking to Eric in a loud voice and said, I want all those.
Yes. Because you discriminated against me.
He had nothing to do with it.
My phone was in my pocket. My camera was off against the wall.
I asked
You
to
walked
move
past
backwards.
6 people on their phones. The ordinance says no cameras, no phones, no electronics or anything. You walked past 6 people who were on their phone, actively on their phone, and looked at me when my camera was 10 feet from me,
I
off.
asked you to move that back there.
Yeah, you did. And your next remedy should have been to give me a ticket for the ordinance violation. I was asking for my records because I have a right for every document, every video that can exonerate me in the accusation.
But Eric has no.
And all Eric had to do is tell me who to go through. That's all I was
You were
asking.
talking to somebody on my staff, and that's why I said
I was.
It's got to be in writing.
I know it has to be in writing.
You said,
And
I'm
it-
not talking,
but-
but I was talking to you.
But a
because I have
public record
authority.
does not have to be in writing. There is multiple different ways to file a public record. It can be verbal. It could be in writing. It should be on a document that the office provides. There's multiple different ways and avenues for a public record. One way is verbal.
But not from Eric. He
I
doesn't
don't
do it for
I
you.
don't know that. That's
Well,
why
you
I
said you were mad
asked.
If you're such an expert.
I
But
thought
you're not.
I am an expert.
You're not.
I go down to the county clerk, and the county clerk says she has no right to court records. Then I have to bring the county court the administrative code that says she's responsible for court records to show her her job. I shouldn't have to do that.
You're not. You're not because that we all believe in freedom in our.
No, you guys are just being a bitch about freedom. I'm not. I'm flexing I'm being a hard-nosed son of a like our founding fathers were. Would our founding fathers have said please and thank you? No. They fought and gave their lives. They sat locked up with a smile like I did. They weren't like you, King Louis.
If you have a noteworthy interaction with government, you can send me a video. or reach out through my Facebook page Hendry or my Gmail account. Links are in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and tell me what you thought in the comments below. You can further support the channel by becoming a channel member. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.